Well, the brass for the 348 Winchester came today, and it's interesting. That is an unusual, that's such a taper on them. But the parent case for 348 is a 50-110. So there's a big base. Compared to a 4570, it's much bigger. Because somebody was saying, oh, you could modify a 4570. Well, I think you'd blow that bottom of that case out. This is a lot heavier in here. But interesting thing I noticed, this is Starline, but normally Starline will be two stars and a line between them. On these, they've actually written out Starline. Now, I hadn't seen that before, but normally they don't have that much real estate to work with. They got plenty of room on here. That's a big base. So when the reloading dies turn up, go at that. But I haven't seen the gun yet. I just know it's a Model 71 Winchester, and they're all 348. Except I think Pedersoli, makes a kind of a remake of them that shoots 4570, which in a way would make a lot of sense because this is a pretty odd cartridge, no matter how you look at it. But the design of the rifle is very similar. This is my 336A, my 35 Remington Marlin. Now, they've got the same sort of design where it's a pistol grip, curved lever, long barrel, short mag tube. Though they made them in two different styles there. They made a 20-inch and a 24-inch. Now, I have no idea what he got. I'm hoping it's the 24-inch. I'm a fan of long barrels, but we'll have to see. And he said it does have a Lyman peep sight on it. And he debates about that, but we'll see. I think a lot of them came with Lyman sights on them. It'll be interesting. It's one of those few guns that I kind of keep an eye out for. I mean, there's certain, I don't have a great need for more guns. I kind of got things covered every which way. But there's certain guns that appeal to me, and that 71 Winchester has an appeal to me. That's why I really wasn't too hesitant about buying dies and stuff for it, because honestly, sometime I'm probably going to own one. Sometime one's going to turn up at the right time and at the right price and the right one. Because they did make a plain version and a fancy version with the checkering and the better stock and stuff. And then they made the two barrel lengths. Well, I would prefer to have the plain version in a long barrel length. That's just me. But it'll be interesting. But just a very odd choice, but there again, Winchester tended to go their own way a lot of times. And I don't know if they thought somebody else was going to follow them. But it kind of, it's like my 351. You get this kind of oddball stuff, and down the road, you're kind of screwed. Yeah, there's some ammunition still being made for these, but no matter how you look at it, they're expensive to shoot. I think this brass was like $1.70. When, like I say, 4570, 50 cents. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on this brass. But it's, but the guns themselves, like I say, a Model 71 has a great deal of appeal to me. They're a classic, nice design for a Winchester. Kind of, ultimate evolution of the Winchester lever action. Because it was before, it was in mid-30s, but then they hung around until they went to that Model 88, which is what my dad had. in 308 that has the box magazine, and and I've never really particularly cared for that gun. I really, I think that 71, I think that would be a nice gun. And me and this cousin have talked about these before, that it's one of them that I would kind of look for. But the same, like a 444 Marlin, I would kind of keep my eyes open for one of them too. But there are certain ones, and that 71 is right in there. But that is a weird cartridge. I got nothing against weird cartridges, but for the performance, that's a long way around it. To get what you're trying to do. But we'll see. We'll take it out. Hopefully I can get this going by next weekend anyway. I should have the ammunition together, and we'll just see what the gun is like. But like I say, it's an odd journey that Winchester went on with those. But I do like the style. I've got the 30-30 and the 336A. Same thing, except that has a narrower forearm. Like the Model 71 Winchester does have a narrow forearm. This has got a quite thick forearm. But there's a lot of similarities there. And it's intriguing. I really like these 336As, but that's where I'd like to get the 32 Special in the 336A. That's another one I kind of look for. Because there again, I like the 32 Special. But I do like the 35 Remington, because they will shoot lead bullets, quite happily, because they got the slower twist again, like the 32 Special. That's my only complaint with the 30-30. Got that fast twist. And this bugger, this 71, there again, it's got a fast twist. But Winchester, the twist rates, they kind of got weird at times, and I think part of it was they were designing for jacketed bullets, because they were selling jacketed bullets. So put that fast twist on her. But now when it comes time to reload, that's, like I say, the bullets are going to be over $1 a piece, for just a bullet. And then I know that Barnes bullet, it's got to go well over 2,000 feet per second, like 2,200, to actually function, to actually expand. So we're going to have to play around with velocities till we get it, that's just the way it is. Whereas you get a big flat-nosed bullet, doesn't matter, they'll expand. But a jacketed bullet, that's a different deal. Well, like I say, these came from Liberty Tree Collectibles. Now, I have bought, over the years, quite a few things from them. They're kind of handy. They come up with odd stuff. I know a lot of, like the forearm, odds and ends for my Argentine Mauser that come from them. And I'm sure I've got some other stuff from them. That name is very familiar to me, but I know it's always oddball stuff that I thought, well, I'll never find this. Oh, there they had it. And that's, every time I was looking online for this stuff, the people that listed it, well, it was always out of stock. Or you'd have to back order it, or, because stuff like this, even somebody was saying about, well, Hornady makes those, there again, them flex tip things, which I got a bug about. But they made them for a while, now they're out of stock everywhere. And I could get the brass, the Hornady brass, but I can't trust that that's going to be the right length brass. They pull that crap with the 4570, where their 4570 brass is shorter. I don't like it when you change the standard. At least this, I know I'm getting the standard length. Starland is good brass. There's no doubt of that. And although it can be fairly expensive, this is expensive because it's an oddball. But the stuff is, as long as you keep track of your brass, it's well worth it.